Can I show you a secret print-on-demand company that is selling products that are earning people over $31,000 per month that you probably didn't even know existed since, well, no one is talking about them? Well, that is the challenge that I have set myself today, but before I do, I've got a very important disclaimer. Whenever I say that I like a company in a video, people will understandably ask me if I have been paid to make the video. So I just want to clarify that no, I have not been sponsored for this video. Nope, I just really like this company and I personally think that they're really underrated and that they have some interesting product opportunities that I think could make the right people a lot of money. Yep. So then here is that company. It is Printed Mint, a little known print-on-demand provider that I think is one of the best kept secrets in the industry because, as I said, they have some insanely cool products that are very unique that are not available on the big print-on-demand apps like Printify or Printful, and some of these products have a huge amount of potential to, well, make a lot of money. For example, take this particular candle here. This is a frosted glass candle. Well, here's the thing, right? Frosted glass candles have been a very lucrative product for many print-on-demand sellers. For example, check out this Etsy listing here for this funny retirement gift. These frosted glass candles. And you know what? Customers have absolutely loved them. Yep, as you can see, they've had over 900 positive reviews, and the Etsy research app Allura estimates that they have made nearly $50,000. And that's just one candle from the store. Take this candle here. It's another funny frosted candle that can be given as a fun gift, and like the other candle, it is super popular with over 400 positive reviews. And while Allura estimates that this candle has made over $45,000, which is pretty cool. And, well, take this frosted candle here. Instead of being a funny candle, this is instead a nice aesthetic gift for engaged couples. And as you can see, it's also super popular and it's had over 400 positive reviews. And take a look. Allura estimates that this has made over $100,000. Wow. And that's all good and well, right? But you see, here's where it gets interesting. So chances are, if you've been researching print-on-demand products, you've probably stumbled across candles already because they are one of the most popular trending products that you can sell. And so over the past year, the biggest print-on-demand app, Printify, has been adding a bunch of them. And if you scroll through these, you might notice that, hey, look at that. Printed Mint is a supplier on Printify for some of their candles. Yep, they are a Printify partner and thus selling two of their candles on here. But you see, like most Printify suppliers, Printed Mint only integrates a small number of their most popular products. Currently, Printed Mint is listing around 30 to 40 of their products for sale through the Printify app. Whereas, if you go directly to their own website and web-based print-on-demand app, they actually have hundreds of products, including lots of lesser-known, more niche products. And actually, if you're wondering how I discovered them, it was during the COVID-19 lockdowns. Yes, you see, what ended up happening was my main print-on-demand providers, Monster Digital at Printify and Printful, both had to close down, and so I had to find a new print-on-demand supplier to work with. So I decided to give Printed Mint a try, and you know what? It actually worked out really great, and my customers really liked their products and they rated them really highly. And well, you can see why they did. For this video, I ordered some samples of their candles. This here is the frosted glass candle. I picked the free version of packaging. You can see it came nicely wrapped with a cute bow on it, and this is what it looks like unpackaged. It is very nice quality and the print quality on the label was great too. I also got two samples of their other candles. The label was also nicely printed and the candles were great quality too. But of course, it wasn't really a big surprise to me that the candles were really good because Printed Mint had been a great backup supplier for me during 2020. And you know, while I was using them, I couldn't help but notice that while they were indeed selling a lot of the standard boring products like t-shirts, they also had a lot of interesting products too, such as their huge variety of candles. While Printify just offers the 7 most popular variations, smaller print companies like Printed Mint will often offer a bigger variety variety of more niche products. In total, Printed Mint offers 9 different types of candles that come in different variations, such as their frosted glass candle. Since it's not their biggest seller, they aren't listing it for sale on Printify. And so there you go. If you've ever found a print-on-demand store selling some sort of exotic looking item that you can't find on one of the big major apps like Printify or Printful, they are probably sourcing it from a more niche, smaller print-on-demand company. Like for example, this mug here. This is a glass mug. People like to buy this as a nice aesthetic engagement mug. And well, you can see that it's been insanely popular. It's had over 2,000 reviews, and Allura estimates that it's made about $240,000, which is pretty crazy. But, well, here's the thing, right? If you had seen this mug and it inspired you to come up with your own design and you went to Printify to find it, the only glass mug that you'd find is this one, which is being sold by a printing company in Germany, which if you're selling to a European market, sure, that's fine, but for most English stores, chances are your biggest market is most likely the USA. But, well, guess what? Printed Mint offers it directly through their website and their app, and of course, these are made and shipped within the USA. And as you can see, their mug is for sale for $9.50. And well, using an Etsy calculator, we can estimate that with a $9.50 production cost, that if you were to list your own glass mug for sale for $22.56, that you would make a profit of about 46% per sale, which is pretty great. So that's one reason why it can be good to shop around smaller, more niche print-on-demand companies. But another reason is that sometimes you can get higher quality products. Yes, so for example, you might have noticed that on Etsy, a popular product that is very trending in print-on-demand stores are glass sipping tumblers. And these are popular in several different niches, one of them being the mental health and wellness niche. Take, for example, this print-on-demand glass sipping tumbler here. As you can see, it has been super popular with over 1,400 positive reviews. And well, it's sold super well. You can see that Allura estimates that in total, this has made over $196,000 and made over $10,000 in the past month. Plus, the store has a similar sipping glass tumbler here in the same niche. As you can see, this one is also super popular with over 1,200 positive reviews. And as you can also see, 15 people bought it in the last 24 hours, which means that this listing has made nearly $400 just in the past day alone. Plus, it's overall sold really well too. Since being listed, Allura estimates that in total it has made over $197,000, and that in the past month alone, it has made over $21,000. And so when you take these two variations of this tumbler and you combine their monthly sales totals together, it comes to over $31,000. And you know, it's not even a holiday period as of me recording this video. Yep, I can only imagine how much the sales for this will skyrocket over the Christmas holidays. But you see, here is the thing, right? Let's say that you had seen this product and it inspired you to come up with your own glass tumbler idea, and you came to Printify to find one to sell. Well, you know, you might actually be a bit disappointed, since the only one currently available as of me filming this video is this one, and it has an 8 out of 10 rating on Printify, and many people will only sell products with good reviews and a rating of at least 9 out of 5. So you might see this and think, well, that kind of sucks. I can't create my own glass tumbler to sell now because one isn't available. Well, Printed Mint offers, surprise, surprise, their own glass sipping tumbler, and Printed Mint has been rated super highly by its users. Obviously, as I said, I personally had a good experience with them, but so have others, which is why their Google review rating is super high. So it turns out that you can still sell this product, but you just need to go to a more specialized print-on-demand company and app to find it. So then, if you're interested in giving Printed Mint a go, I will have a quick tutorial on how to do that shortly. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, and again, today's sponsor is not Printed Mint. Nope. Today's sponsor is me. Yes, as my longtime subscribers know, due to the fact that there is an increase in shady YouTube sponsors that are scamming viewers, I have decided to not work with sponsors currently and to instead choose to sponsor my own videos. And I am sponsoring my video today to let you know that if you would like to learn how I and others earn passive income every day with print on demand, that you should be sure to download a copy of my free ebook, The 6 Steps That 6-Figure Online Stores Follow to Make Over $10,000 a Month with print on demand. You can find a link to download my free ebook in the video description below. But anyway, back to the video. And on to my free mini course on how to use Printed Mint to sell niche products. So yes, when it comes to using Printed Mint yourself, you have two different options on how to do it. The first is of course to just install Printify and then go through the products that Printed Mint are listing and selling through the Printify app and add them into your store. For me, that is how I now use Printed Mint, and it's still a great option if they are listing the product that you want to sell through Printify. But as we've established, only a small selection of their products are now being sold on Printify, and so if you want to find their full range, including their more niche products, you will need to install Printed Mint's custom app in your store. And I'll show you how to do that right now, and as you'll see, it is really super simple to use, but as you will also see, it works a bit differently compared to other print-on-demand apps. But as I said, it's still pretty easy to use, so to get started, just come and create a free Printed Mint account. Then once you're inside your membership dashboard, come and click on Connected Shops. From here, you can choose to connect Printed Mint to either Etsy or Shopify. For this tutorial, I just selected Shopify, but you can choose to use either Shopify or Etsy or both, depending upon how you are selling your products online. So then on the installation screen, select to install it in your store, and then log into your Printed Mint account, and now you'll be inside your membership dashboard. And there are three little tweaks that we want to make to our store before we want to start adding in any products into it. The first is that you'll want to come and click to manage your packaging. Now, here is where Printed Mint starts to get quite different compared to other major print-on-demand apps like Printify or Printful. Yes, you see, by default, it is set to the free packaging option. This will include standard paper and cardboard packaging and a paper slip with your store name on it. However, for an extra 5% fee, you can select the Essentials option. This will add crinkle paper of any of their colors that you select into the box packages, giving it a premium feel, and also add a ribbon to plastic wraps. You can then go a step further and choose the Deluxe option for a 10% fee. This will give you access to even more premium luxury crinkle paper options and a much bigger choice of ribbons. You'll also be able to create and upload your own custom marketing card into the package too. This can be a great option if you want to add in a discount coupon to the package to encourage customers to come back to your store and buy more products and become a repeat customer. So you have multiple options to choose from here, so you can choose the option that works best with your brand. For me though, I'm personally fine with the free option, and so that's the one that I selected. Then come back to your store settings. Now you'll want to scroll down to billing options and come to auto pay. Here you have two options. One, you can choose to have auto pay turned on. This means then that when an order is made for an item that you've added in with Printed Mint, that Printed Mint will automatically accept the order and then take payment for it and then start the production process for you on Autopilot. So this is a great option if you are not selling products which need to be customized before they get produced. And so this is how you can run your store semi-passively on Autopilot. The second option is to have auto pay turned off. This means then that each time a customer buys one of your Printed Mint products from you, you'll have the option to customize it before you confirm the purchase. This is great then if you are selling a custom product like this one here, for example, where you will need to customize the print file with, for example, your customer's name. So for this tutorial here, I actually did two test orders. I did one test order with it turned on and then one test order with it turned off to show you the difference between the two. So later on in this video, I will show you how it will look differently on the back end depending upon which option that you picked. Either way, once you've chosen which option you want, scroll down to the bottom and click to save your settings. Then next come to payment methods and add in a form of payment such as a credit card or a debit card. And that's it. We can now create and add products from Printed Mint into our store. And so let me show you how to do that. Alright, so inside of your membership dashboard, come and click on Product Catalog. Then browse through Printed Mint's products and find a product that you would like to sell. So for example, for this tutorial, I selected the glass mug as my product. Once selected, come and click Design. Then click on My Files and upload the design that you want your product to feature. And by the way, if you're wondering how I created my design here, I actually made it in Canva since, as my subscribers know, it is my favorite way to create print-on-demand designs. As always, I will include an affiliate link to get a free 30-day trial to Canva in the video description. Then once uploaded, just click Next, and then on the screen you can see how your design will look once it's printed onto the product If you're happy with it, you can then come and click Next. And now you can update your product details. I would recommend naming your product here to make sure that it's easy to find later in your saved products list. Then click to save it. And now we can add it into our store. Just come and select Send to Shops, and then choose whether to add it in as a draft product or as a live product, and then click to push it to the store. Chances are though, if you're adding this product into your store, you probably want to make some changes to the product page before it goes live. So you probably want to add it in as a draft. And then after about a minute or so, you should see it inside of your store. You can now click to edit the product page to do things like, oh, I don't know, fix the spelling error that you accidentally made in the product title while filming the video. And then once you've finished editing your product, you can then set the product to be live. And well, that's pretty much it. Now customers can come into your store and buy your products, and when they do, you can now fulfill your orders with Printed Mint. Yep, and to fulfill an order, just open up the customer's order and select to fulfill the order. Now their fulfillment request will be sent to Printed Mint. And well, you will now see the order pop up in your draft orders dashboard after about a minute or so. Now, here is where your fulfillment settings will be important. Remember how earlier that we could set our auto fulfill settings to either be turned on or turned off? Well, if auto order is turned on, your order will look like this. It will have a time and date attached to the order. Currently, as of me making this video, it is set to a 4-hour delay. So if a customer came into my store at 12 p.m. on a Monday and bought an item, then at 4 p.m. on that same Monday, Printed Mint would take payment for that product and then begin fulfilling it automatically. They give you that 4-hour delay as a small window in case you want to just pop on in before it begins fulfillment and make any quick changes. But of course, if you instead had auto order turned off, it will look like this. You can see there is no time attached to the order. Instead, it will stay in your order dashboard in drafts until you choose to manually pay for the order yourself. So as I said, this is a good option to pick if you are selling a custom product like this one here, where you will need to edit the design to add in the customer's name to each mug that you sell. Then once you've finished editing it, such as adding in your customer's name, all you need to do is go ahead and click to pay for the order. And that's it. That's how you use Printed Mint. So then, if you'd like to see how I use AI tools to automate the process of creating print-on-demand designs they sell for a profit, be sure to watch my next video here on screen, and I'll see you in the next video.